Hello and welcome to Module 4 of your training videos. In this video we want to cover long trades or buy trades, and we're going to give you some examples of long trades. We're going to talk about entry signals, exit strategies, and give you some samples so that you have the knowledge you need to trade the system well. So we're going to do four things when we enter a trade. We're going to determine that the trend is in fact up. We then look for our buy indicator. At that point we enter our trade as per the rules we have set up, and once we're in the trade we use our exit strategies to ensure we exit the trade at the right time. So when we're entering a trade, first we determine the trend using the charts that we've set up. We need to see that the price is above both the EMA 50 and the EMA 200. The EMA 50 has just crossed over the EMA 200 and is currently above it, and MACD value must be positive in this case. Once we've determined we are in an uptrend, we look for our entry signal, and of course that's the retracement. When the price falls on the retracement, it makes the MACD value decrease, and the MACD value eventually becomes negative. Our trigger to enter the trade is when the MACD value turns from negative back to positive again. And when that happens, we're ready to place the order. When we enter a trade, we enter at market price with two lots or multiples of two, and I'll talk about the multiples of two in the money management portion of the next video. We then place a protective stop loss 1 pip above the highest price of the pullback or the retracement, and then we follow our exit strategies to ensure we maximize our profits on the trade. So let's just look at that on some charts. First, we determine we are in an uptrend. The price is above both the EMA 50 and the EMA 200. The EMA 50 has just crossed over the EMA 200 and is currently above it. The crossover actually happened off the chart on this screenshot, and the MACD value is positive. So looking here, we've got the EMA 50 above the EMA 200. The price is above both of those EMAs, and we're on the positive side of the MACD chart. So we are in an uptrend. At that point, we wait for our entry signal. Looking here, we've got the price falls, making the MACD turn negative, and it turns negative slightly and then turns back to positive again, and that's our trigger to enter the trade. So we enter our trade with two lots. When the MACD turns positive again, we set our stop loss to 1 pip below the low point of the retracement, and then we follow our exit strategies. We exit the first lot when the MACD value turns from negative to again. On this chart that happened here. And we exit our second lot when the EMA 9 crosses to the downside of the EMA 20, and that actually happened just a little while later. So we exit in this trade both lots profitably. Let's take a look at some examples on the MetaTrader platform. I'm going to walk you through a couple of examples so that you know how to trade the system well. And once you're done that, move on to video 5, and we'll talk about money management and give you some tips to stay profitable over the long term. Okay, taking a look at one trade example here. I'm looking at the Euro US dollar on the 1 hour chart, and we are in a slow uptrend on this chart. And just taking a look here, we need to get our uptrend criteria established first. Taking a look here, we have the EMA 50 crossing to the upside of the EMA 200, and it's now above it. We have the price trading above both the EMA 200 and the EMA 50. So we've got that first criteria is met. It's now time to look for our entry signal. Our entry signal comes here. The price begins to retrace. It falls back and brings the MACD from the positive side of things to the negative side. And then a few bars later, it brings it back up to the positive side again, and that is our signal to enter the trade. We entered this trade at 1.4265, and we set our initial stop loss to 1.4029. Once we are in the trade, we entered with two lots. We exit our first lot when the MACD turns from positive to negative again, and that happened over here. We took out our first lot at 1.4305 with a nice 50 pip profit on that one over just a few hours. And then our second lot we exit when the EMA 9 crosses over to the downside of the EMA 20, which happens here. And we exited our second lot with 1.4300 or 45 pips, 95 pips profit total on this order, and it happened over about a 12-hour period of time. Let's take a look at one more example here. Okay, taking another look on a 4-hour Euro British Pound chart. Here's another nice trade example. This one was actually quite profitable. Taking a look here, we're first establishing that we are in fact in an uptrend, and our criteria is met over here. We have the EMA 50 crossing up to the upside of the EMA 200, and it's now above it. The price is above both the EMA 50 and the EMA 200, and we're trading on the positive side of the MACD. So we've got our criteria established here. Now we just wait for our entry signal. The price retraces, bringing the MACD into the negative side of things here, and then it comes back and turns back positive here. We entered this order at 0.7971, so our entry point was right about here. We set our initial stop loss to 0.7938, so 1 pip below this bar here. And then we stayed in the trade. We entered with 2 lots, and we stay in the trade until we hit one of our exit criteria. The first exit criteria is when the MACD turns from positive to negative again, which happened over here. We took out our first lot with 162 pips profit at 0.8133. And then actually at about the same time, both the EMA 9 and the EMA 20 had turned down and they were about to cross over. So we took out our second lot with the same amount profit. Total profit on that order, 324 pips, 162 pips on both lots. Very successful order and nice profits on that one.